Welcome, Cabin Crew, to the second episode of Cabin After Dark. For those of you returning, take a load off and crack a cold one if you choose. For those that are new, the Cabin After Dark is where we take a break from the speedrunning grind to relax, let our hair down, and chill with some games and friends. I'm pleased to announce that tonight's episode is going to be a real humdinger. We are going to be discussing the premiere live speedrunning Ninja Mega event, The Cabin Party, which will take place May 4th, less than a month away at 10 a.m. Eastern. To assist with this, the Cabin welcomes two of our VIP members, C4VGB and Wabdown, to the Cabin After Dark. C4VGB and Wabdown, why don't you tell us a little about yourselves, the games you're playing, and what you're drinking tonight? The mic is yours, gentlemen.
All right. Hey, first off, this is C4VGB. I'd like to go with what SMR is saying here. And are we going to be doing any Spider-Man running tonight?
Who knows? You never know. You know, the Cabin After Dark's a wild place. It's unscripted. It's the most scripted, unscripted event the Cabin does.
We'll have to set that up at some point. But what am I playing right now? I gotta be honest with you. Always on the Mega Man 2 grind. That's going well. That's what we'll talk about a little bit later. But I haven't had much time for other games. Full Quiet. Are you familiar with that one?
That's a sweet game.
I've been watching it more than I've been playing it, so I really haven't been playing much, unfortunately. But I am drinking a lot on the opposite side of that, and so I would say if you haven't had Don Julio 70 Cristalino, that's my new jam right now. I've been drinking quite a bit of that. It's different than last episode. I was doing a different Cristalino, but this one's a little less pricey, but tastes just as good. So this might be my new thing. Wabdown, what about you?
No, just glad to be here, especially after this terrible last few weeks of work. So no time for video games, no time for Call of Duty or any other game. It's just been sneaking in speed runs late afternoon. As Murder said, we'll go ahead.
I did try to play Ninja Gaiden before this, and I didn't make it past stage 3. So there you go.
Oh, yeah.
What a fun game, that game.
Yeah. Other than that, I'm drinking. So now I'm drinking Junction 35. It's sweet tea moonshine. It's not moonshine. It's only 70 proof. However, it's a great whiskey. Not like that cheap Deep Eddy stuff that tastes terrible, gives you headaches. The stuff is good. Put a little lemonade in it. You can't beat it. But no, I'm looking forward to giving the deep dive of Mega Man 3 tonight.
All right. Yeah, I got to ask the question, too. Any drinking in chat? It's okay. This is the Cabin After Dark. Or, hey, if that's not your thing and you're a little bit healthier than the three of us, that's all right, too. And probably better for you.
For the record, the Cabin is drinking chamomile tea with hydrating hibiscus.
Oh, what proof is that?
It is currently at 0 proof. SMR, do you still detect an echo? Is there any echo? Right on, SMR. A hot chocolate. Love it.
That sounds good.
Love it.
Maybe next time VGC, and SMR can do a alcohol-free tasting cabin
with some chocolates. Yeah,
chocolates.
The cabin had a pretty vicious yard chore workout day today, so I need a hydrate or I'm gonna have some serious cramping going on.
You don't want to cramp midstream. I've seen you cramp mid.
We've seen that before.
Ninja Gaiden stream.
We've seen that before. That is something that has happened. So I think. Well, thank you, gentlemen, for your intro. This is great. I think the next thing on our list here is we're gonna do a little bit of a video here, kind of detailing the cramp percent speedrun. That is right, SMR. A little bit of a detail of what the Cabin Party is, where we've been, where we're going, and here we go. Roll that footage.
Game's done quick in a steel chair. I think it was successful.
I said too.
But we'll do this again. We'll get another thing together. Yeah. Look, I don't need to hype it up. It's already hype enough.
How did I win that?
Alrighty. Thank you, everyone that's joined the Cabin After Dark. Welcome, welcome. Get everyone up to speed who is joining. We are discussing the Cabin Party 2, which will be happening May the 4th. And we have on stream on deck with us tonight C4, VGB, and Wabdown, who will also be present live their sweaty selves at my house May the 4th. May the 4th be with us. So
And
I'm pretty hyped after that video. I'm pretty hyped.
I got to say, though, I'm a little offended by your sweaty comment there. You know, I'm sweaty from a gaming standpoint. Like, I'm always getting after it. I'm a sweat. I'm willing to admit that.
I didn't say
I'm not,
smelly.
like, physically.
I could have said
okay.
smelly, but I didn't.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. I appreciate that. But look.
This event sponsored by Old Spice.
Well, we need some freebies from them.
We got and Nair.
It's also since it's live and in person.
And baby oil. Lots of baby oil.
Yeah, AA is a big sponsor of us as well when we get together, or it should be at least. I gotta say, so you mentioned it's live and in person, and I want to hit on that point. Like, to me, this is what makes Cabin Party special, right? It's, you know, you get the streams, you know, on the internet, offline, usually by yourself. No, this is our one time a year where we're able to get together. And for those of you that are a little bit older, like, relive that experience of gaming, you know, with your friends in the same room, and just all the good memories that you had of doing that. It really is that type of environment. It's that type of fun. Yeah, it's essentially a LAN party, right? Like, that's what it is, with probably a little bit of sweating and maybe a little bit more drinking than the LAN parties we had back in the day. But
magic of
that's
Wi-Fi.
what I love about this, like the in-person aspect of it. And for those that join it, you know, you're there too, in a sense, and it hopefully be a lot of fun for everybody. But that's my perspective on it. I just wanted to add that because this event, you know, as corny as it sounds, is very meaningful to me. So VGC, back to you.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. It's funny you bring up the LAN party, Ascension, Telomere. I actually remember our LAN parties got so out of hand in college that we would actually create our own LAN cables because we needed like 100-foot LAN cables to run between apartments. It was so out of hand. But that was the best time.
Were you guys the inspiration, or were you the actual source of that photo, the meme of the kid that's duct taped to the ceiling at the LAN party? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't really elaborate more. I remember it, but I don't remember the details.
Oh, yeah. There's this famous picture. It's old and grainy. It's definitely on like a Polaroid or Ascension knows what I'm talking about. It's this kid suspended from like the rafters of a room. They've duct taped him, you know, like in a Superman position, and he's playing his computer. And so he's not taking up space with everybody else around him. It was, probably a Counter-Strike LAN party. It's a famous, you know, meme photo of all.
It was hooligans. It was hooligans that play Counter-Strike. We were Halo nuts. We were big into Halo, but Counter-Strike always fascinated me. But yeah, that's amazing.
What are your thoughts? Red Alert now.
Red Alert. Oh, Red Alert. Oh. Yeah, we'd all get together and play Red Alert themed games. The UN Red Alert game.
I'd say our original LAN, it's not really LAN. I guess Halo's the first thing we used to like connect together. But GoldenEye, Mario Kart, all the old THQ wrestling games, those were probably the original LAN, so to speak, for us.
Yeah, those were legit. I think on the screen right now we have our schedule of events that we have planned.
Before you go in there, I do want to ask. Ascension said he hosted or he played HCE LAN party. What is a HCE? I'm actually not familiar with what that is. I see Unreal Tournament, which was a great game. SMR, what was it that you were hosting as well? Halo Combat Evolved. Okay.
Warcraft, such a great game.
Yeah, Halo was like our first. Although I guess we used to use signal splitters on GoldenEye back in the day to split it to two separate TVs. So not exactly LAN, but that's kind of,
It was
in
the
a sense,
original.
our
That was like the original, though. We just split the TVs and tape
yeah
half the
tape
TVs. That
half.
was amazing. That was
We'd also
awesome.
cut
The pizza
anybody
box.
out there used to cut up cardboard boxes, pizza boxes, and make screen dividers so you couldn't have a bunch of cheating screen lookers. Yep, no screen. You bunch
Yeah,
of screen looking cheaters.
we were rife. We were rife with screen lookers. It was a
Yeah.
problem.
As I order that Pizza Hut, stream brought to you by Pizza Hut, and cut up those boxes, they made great screen dividers with a bunch of nasty, janky duct tape.
I know. And literally for like 5 hours, have your face like shoved into like a 14-inch TV, sniffing old pepperoni off a box.
See, Moirig knows, assuming he goes with German pronunciation. Moirig knows screen lookers are the absolute plague on this earth.
They infect you. You have to get rid of them. You have to amputate them. You have a screen looker, you got to get them out of your life.
Cut that.
We played with
out.
lots of cheaters and liars.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Well, there was also this wrestling game. If any of you ever played like NWO, WCW Revenge, or WrestleMania 2000, you could kick out of any pin attempt or finish attempt, submission attempt by hitting the joystick in the middle. And we made a rule where you couldn't do that. But oh boy, we had some cheaters that would press that joystick, and that was a way to ruin a friendship right there.
It was a thing. Oh, Diablo 2. I love Diablo 2. The Diablo series is so much fun.
I never got into Diablo.
Yeah, me either.
It probably saved my index finger from arthritis, but yeah, I never really got into it.
The gothic themes of it always fascinated me. I love that kind of skew towards the horror. If you could even call it that, really.
Yeah.
It was always a favorite of mine.
All right, why don't you run down the schedule for us?
Yeah, so this schedule that we have is I would say this is the rough outline of the day. That you can all see on the screen. Starting at 10 a.m., we're hitting Ninja Gaiden. I don't know why we're gonna need an hour and 45 minutes to do one run in Ninja Gaiden. Who's what?
I'm not running it, so we don't need that long.
Come on. I guess that guy might get stuck on stage 1 for like an hour.
I need extra time.
Now, Mega Man 2 and 3, we have those up next. Those are heavy hitters. Those are 30+ minute game runs. And then we have at the very end, we have a very special 1v1 Mega Man 2 race. And we're going to get into that in a little bit here, but it's the Dragon. And C4, VGB, and Wabdown can describe that more in detail. It's a grudge match, an old school grudge match.
We're going to talk about it.
They should have talked about it a long time ago in counseling, but they didn't, and here we are. So,
hey, VGC, is there truly a mystery guest coming?
You never know.
It's a mystery.
That's what I'm saying. It's a mystery. You never know what can happen. So,
no, it won't be. I'm pumped.
A long day.
Shows up.
It's a long day. I'm just glad that I'm scheduled first so I can start popping mimosas. Because no one should play Ninja Gaiden with a drink in their hand.
Look at me. I'm way down there. I might not even finish the game. I'm drinking too much during it.
Yeah, the guest also has no clue. That's the way we like it.
Yeah.
I know what I have an idea. I got a theory.
All right. Well, keep it to yourself.
Don't let the cat out of the bag, dude.
But
right on.
I did see in the hype video that Doom guy is going to be there. Is that true?
Yeah, Doom guy. He was on vacation last year, but he zoomed in. So you never know where he's at. He's got a lot of free time these days. This is the original Doom guy, not the 2016 Doom guy.
All right.
By the way,
I look forward to that.
Yep.
Okay, so if our first run's Ninja Gaiden, why don't we get into Ninja Gaiden and start with that?
Let's do it. All I have to say is what a dripping hot, sweet PB that was.
Oh,
that was like lightning strike. But I'm excited. I'm excited to run Ninja Gaiden at the Cabin Party live. It's going to add another level of stress having having at least 2 people in the room with me. I don't know that I've had that many people in a room with me in a long time. So it's gonna be.
You and Mrs. VGC aren't experimenting apparently, but let's move past that.
So it's pretty vanilla here. Yeah. So yeah, PB at the party. You never know. We could PB at the cabin party. That would be magical. That would be magical.
I'm gonna love it if on any of these runs we get PBs, and that's what we're going for. Is a live in-person PB. Like, it's one thing to PB on stream, right? But imagine at the party itself, like that. I don't know. That takes it to a new level.
It would be. It would be awesome. Yeah, the old cabin pineapple parties are a thing. Yes. So, yeah, I'm excited to run
I
it.
don't even know what I'm just gonna pretend I don't know what you're talking about there.
It's gonna be, those who know.
They know.
Yeah, but no, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to get together with you guys, run it live. Because right, that's what this is all about. It's all about the fun.
All about the fun.
That a very wise man.
So I already know the answer to this, but I'm gonna ask it anyways because I've been following your streams pretty closely. What's the goal for your runs during your Ninja Gaiden runs during the cabin party?
Crush Soul, take names. That's it. No, I'm joking. It's really, to be honest, I'm looking to have a clean run with a good mash. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay, you're not even gonna put it out there. You're gonna just play it coy. You're not gonna put out the real goal. I know you've got a real goal there, and you're just doing these high level concepts. Like, what? Give me something tangible. Give me something tangible.
So
you don't want to jinx it.
I think ultimately SMR just hit it on the head. It's a sub 1230. It's a sub 1230. It's the license. You guys know. You all know. The cabin crew knows.
Essentially, the cabin crew always knows these things. I gotta say, and Wabdown, you got to back me up on this one. Given the meaningful nature of the Ninja license going sub 1230, and it's been a grind. We know there's others grinding on that, trying to get that. And we've seen VGC struggle with it, but he's getting close. He's getting close. If he hits it live at the cabin party, Wabdown, do I have your commitment to help get VGC blackout?
Absolutely. No doubt about it. I mean, honestly, that's why I thought there was a little bit more time. If you look at the schedule, maybe if you're feeling up to it, you got that block of time, you want to use it again to, hey, I'm going for it. Yeah. There's nothing saying you got to play it once and one and done. You got that extra time to get it. So I believe
it's our world.
I believe in you.
It's effectively 4 mini streams condensed into the cabin party. So, look, we'd love to see VGC go sub 1230 on his first run, but odds are what odds are. It might not happen, and so he's got his block of time to try to get that license, and that's what we're there for. And if it happens, you've all got our commitment that VGC might get blackout drunk live on stream.
That's going to be a lot of tea,
before
folks.
my run.
A lot of tea.
Well, they say train as you play, right? Like, that's a sports thing. Train as you play.
It's true.
It's an army thing too, train as you fight. The
one thing I can promise you is you're going to see a lot of stage 1. That's the only thing I can promise.
Thankfully, that's my favorite stage.
It's everyone's favorite stage. Everyone loves the mean streets. Let's check out this Basker. Let's see how the Basker did on this run. I haven't reviewed this.
Top man, and then people quit.
Terrible. The terrible Basker. Terrible. Cabin, what are you doing? Oh, it's gross. So gross. That's a gross Basker. No, great. So I think from my perspective, I think we've pretty much aired out Ninja Gaiden here. Do you guys care to talk about anything else Ninja Gaiden wise?
No, I think you've nailed it. Wabdown, any questions for VGC about his run?
No, man, I'm rooting for you on that sub 1230. It's gonna get crazy. It's gonna be hard for me to we're gonna be so excited about that 1230. It's gonna be hard for me to then get focused on Murder's run A, and then my run next. It's gonna be interesting being live with each other for sure.
It'll be fun. I'm going on a trip, a week-long trip this week. I'm bringing my laptop and my Nest controller, and I'm doing nothing but grinding. I'm doing nothing but practicing. No runs.
Is this like a trip with the wife? How does she feel about
It's
this?
a work trip. It's a work trip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's work.
Yeah,
It
that's fine,
really
that's fine.
stinks. That really stinks. But long story short, and as you all know, cabin crew, when we hit 12:30, sub 12:30, if you're a follower and you're in chat on that stream, the cabin party does apply. You're gonna get an autographed copy of Ninja Gaiden. You're gonna get the copy that I hit sub 12:30 on.
And just again to be clear, Wabdown and I are eligible for that.
It's questionable. Questionable.
I'm okay. Yeah, I'll opt out. It's for the fans.
All right.
I already got what is it, Final Fantasy
You know,
Tactics?
I put in too much time watching this clown try to beat this game.
No, VGC gave me Final Fantasy Tactics. So thanks for that
And I
gift.
never gave you that game. I never gave you
Yep. Thanks, man.
Well, VGC has a copy of Borat he borrowed from me like 20 years ago. So
Borat and Final Fantasy Tactics. It meant Final Fantasy Tactics, by the way, on the original PlayStation are very different.
Unlike Borat.
I'll sell it when times get rough. Thanks. Thanks, VGC.
You might be right, SMR. You might be right. I have one more. So I do have a stream tomorrow from 1 to 3 that I'll be doing and making an earnest attempt at 12:30. But
all right, hey,
we will see.
Look, if you get 12:30, I'll be hyped for you no matter when it happens. If it's before cabin party, you just got to come up with a different goal for cabin party.
Okay, I think it's getting world record then. Sounds reasonable.
Yeah. You go world record after that. All right.
Why not? Why not?
Mad respect. All right, you are going to be training on that work trip.
Yeah, easy. All I heard is you hold right really hard.
I don't understand why you Ninja Gaiden runners complain all the time. It looks easy. Just hold right and occasionally press another button, A and B together.
Yeah, don't die.
But is it
Bounce
more than that?
Things.
Yeah, and don't die. Ascension gets it. Don't die.
And also, you just, you can even hit the bad guys. You just run into them. They bounce you places. Fine.
Yeah, I boosts. Okay.
Yeah, that's what they're called.
You further in the game by getting hit. Like how easy is that?
It's easy. It's the easiest game ever. So, all right. So without further ado,
I was gonna say let's transition to a hard game.
Yeah, let's do that. Do we have? Does that mean we're gonna skip to Mega Man 3 then?
Oh my god.
I'm just joking.
The next, you get it.
Next up, we have C4 VGB's run, which is going to be Mega Man 2. For VGB, I'm gonna roll your hype reel and let it rip.
All right.
Doot.
Thank you, Ascension. That is my absolute favorite little moment in the game. It's a very minor thing, but that hallway leading up to that fight with the boo beams, if you can do that little platform jump over the over that last guy, I don't know why, it is spicy, and that's probably my favorite little trick in the game. But look, I love this game to death. This game goes back a long way for me. It's probably my favorite game even as a kid. And so now to have the chance to speed run it at the cabin party and go for a PB, I'm super excited about it. And I got to give thanks, by the way, to the Video Game Cabin and his followers and watchers. When I actually set my last PB, you had rated my channel, and we had a good group in there watching that one, and was able to set a PB live on stream. So that was a lot of fun. So thank you, VGC. Much appreciated, brother.
Yeah, anytime. By the way, all these graphics that you're seeing, they were all made by me and me alone. No, I'm joking. They were all actually made by C4 VGB. So give a round of applause to C4 VGB for really classing up the channel.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. It's just I have more time on my hands than I really should. So I just pitch in
Yeah.
where I can.
You also make sure that I wash my clothes, that I shower. These are
Oh my God,
important
you
things.
do. Look, if I lived near you, I feel like I would somehow warp into your personal assistant because you need help. You really need help. Uh, I look, I got before I talk a little bit more about my Mega Man 2 speed run and what I'm trying to achieve at Cabin Party. I got to throw it out. I see SMR says, he had Mega Man 2 as one of his old games. Ascension, did you or do you play Mega Man 2? You know what, SMR, everybody needs a personal assistant. It's
One of those
just
things.
a thing.
Fury ain't gonna
And
cut it anymore.
yeah, okay. Well, we're gonna get to
Ascension
Mega
had a
Man.
real game. He had a real game. Good.
Oh my
Good.
God, Wabdown! I knew Wabdown was gonna chime in right there.
There's so many improvements.
Ascension, you'll have a blast of nostalgia here in a minute when Wabdown goes on and on about his favorite game. But here it is: Mega Man 2, greatest game ever, eminently replayable, greatest game for the NES, greatest soundtrack ever. Love it. I'm gonna speed run the crap out of this thing, and here's my goal. Right, here's what I'm trying to accomplish for the Cabin Party. I'm currently sitting with a PB in roughly 130th place on the leaderboards, 3158.
Dang.
I'm gonna chop about a minute off of that. I'm not gonna do any streaming between now and then. I'm just gonna grind the practicing. I'm gonna get after it, and I'm gonna hit that vaunted below 31-minute mark, and I'm gonna leap into the top 80. That's my goal. I got longer term goals than that, but for Cabin Party, trying to cut a full minute off that time, get into the top 80, really get up those leaderboards, and in the process, prove to Wabdown that Mega Man 2 is the superior game.
I don't know. That's a lofty statement. What are your thoughts, Wabdown?
Listen, I know we'll get into it later, but if you like Mega Man 2, guess what? You fight the bosses again in Mega Man 3. You don't really need to play this game. You can just cut it off, and you'll get the best of both worlds. So there's refights. Don't worry about it. There's dark maps. I mean, look at this thing. It's just like, oh, I miss a few beams. You'll see the precision on Mega Man 3 when I play it.
Oh my God.
I gotta be honest. When I was a kid, Mega Man 3 ruined a couple weekends for me because I rented it. Total disaster. Total disaster.
Like ruined it because you were terrible at it. I've seen you play Mega Man, so
That's
you were terrible at it, and it like frustrated you.
Yeah,
That's
stick the ninja guy in VGC.
Yeah, Mega Man. I tried to play Mega Man 1, and that Rock Man or whatever his name is, Gut Man, whatever. Stage, forget it, with the little flippers that float around and dump you off. What kind of construction equipment is that?
Yeah, it's not up to OSHA standards or whatever.
No, those people they've had 0 days since their last incident.
Exactly.
On the Gutsman construction site.
You can slide Mega Man 3. This, you're just kind of jumping around, pressing the fire button.
Oh my God.
This game is kind of a reskinned DuckTales.
I'll give you that. Oh Jesus. Look, I'll give you that. Before we get into Mega Man 3, I will give you that. There's an argument to be made that Mega Man 3 is the greatest of all Mega Mans. I will argue that it's Mega Man 2. All day, every day. It's perfect. But the addition of the slide mechanic does open up a new layer. But you'll see this in a minute when you see Wabdown's foot. It's like, you just slide everywhere. What's the point? If I wanted to do that, I'd get a slip and slide in the backyard. It's ridiculous. That's all they do.
They should have called him
skill. It's just
Slide Man.
It adds complexity to not falling in a pit. Look at this game. He's walking around.
Old Slide Man.
That is Slide Man. It's
You're right, SMR. There's really an issue. There's some issue with this robot labor. It's an issue.
Oh God, that's got to be canon now for the Mega Man universe. That once the robots replaced all the workers, safety standards just went to crap, and they didn't.
Starts at McDonald's, and then it's the whole world.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares about the robots.
Or thinking that your burgers are being made by Burger Man, and then next thing you know, Gutsman is creating unsafe construction sites. I choose to believe this. SMR, we're going to get together. We're going to write a screenplay or something about this.
Then Burger Man starts shooting fire and becomes Flame Man, and you're in real trouble. You're in real trouble.
Yeah,
Flame Man and Woodman never get together.
To Ascension's point, we could probably do a crossover with the Terminator franchise and claim that Skynet started as like an order taker at McDonald's for a self-serve kiosk or something.
I like
buy
it.
that ticket.
I like it.
Got to be in 3D though to jack up those ticket prices.
And the what are those XD box seats that rumble and it's like terrible? It's like sitting.
Yeah, so I didn't know about that, but today my admin was telling me, she said she saw the Avatar on a 4D experience. Like I'm sorry to go on a side rail here, but there's apparently a 4D experience for movies where your seat shakes, they spray perfumes at you.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Like mist
It's
and
a little
things.
weird.
I had no idea this was even a thing.
It's expensive, I'll tell you that. You're basically sitting in like this moving carriage, and it like rocks you all over the place, and the music's way too loud.
Is it
That's like the
an
aliens
amusement
ride
park,
in Universal. It spits on you. You can feel the alien breathing on you and stuff.
P1 million. Remember that one?
Oh yeah.
it'll be just like at cabin party on the couch playing video games next to you, mouth breathers.
It's gonna be rumbling. It's gonna be rumbling, and it's all powered by natural gas. Okay.
God.
So on to that. Is it? I think it might be time for Mega Man 3.
It's time. It is time to move on to Mega Man 3. In closing, I will say, look, I know most of you are Ninja Gaiden fans, but this Mega Man 2 run is going to be the hottest run of the day. And maybe in excitement, it'll only be passed by the Mega Man 2 race that we'll get to in a minute. But this is where it's at. You're going to want to stay tuned for this one.
Alrighty, folks. That was Mega Man 2, which will be run by C4 VGB on May the 4th. Next, we have Mega Man 3, which will be run live by Wabdown on May the 4th. Here it goes.
What could go wrong? Man,
I'm
you know,
hyped.
watching that Sparkman thing, I got nervous just watching it. Holy. I thought maybe you recorded me dying. You're going to show that on
I love
I
that.
will say, do you know how long it took me to pour through your PB footage to find highlights? This game is awesome. Look at
Wow.
I love that run you had yesterday.
So it got called out in chat, and I will say this: the music I picked for that highlight segment was the Sparkman stage, which is an absolute banger of a theme. Sparkman stage music, I would put up there with some of the greats from Mega Man 2. That's just a banger of a stage music.
Yeah, true.
Wabdown, I loved on your last run how you had you were coming out of Top Man with a 23-second lead. Loved it.
So, all right, let me be honest with the audience.
Explain that. Yeah, please explain
All right.
that.
So my
Inquiring minds.
So my time, I almost feel like I had such terrible runs that anytime I play, I'm getting like, oh, look, 30 seconds reduced. I mean, you never know. My times are all over the place. I mean, do I have a bad day? Who knows? Did I drink too much the night before? Maybe. I mean, it just depends. Stressful day? I mean, it's all over the place with my numbers. But to get into it, so it kind of answered the same questions that you know, Video Game Cabin and Murder answered. So, you know, wanted to get back in the game. So last year, yeah, we're going to run Mega Man 2 actually, I was going to do Super Metroid. Totally ran out of time.
Wait, hold on. Are you about to spoil the are you getting a step ahead here on your Mega Man 2 rant?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No. I'm leading into why I'm doing Mega Man 3. So
All right.
Yeah. Last year had visions of Super Metroid. Murder had pity on me, him and Video Game Cabin, like, hey, just play a race, you know, you haven't been practicing much, which it might have showed. We'll get into that.
Super Metroid, like the world record times are still pretty long, right? I can't remember exactly.
Yeah.
It's like 40-something minutes.
Yeah. But it's still amazing.
Ironically, is this Mega Man 3 time?
That is ironic and kind of sad. But anyway, so I wanted to you know, I thought Murder definitely had the hold on Mega Man 2. He was going to run it. I was like, you know what? I know Mega Man 3 was a struggle, so I'm gonna move up. and it's because we played it a while back just casually, and we played the dark map, dark man stages, and we couldn't get past it. So you know what? It's a challenge. I'm going to go for it and actually represent this time at the may the fourth be with you. So goals. My goals are to run it with no deaths. I mean, it's happened one time before, which is a fluke because I don't know how that happened. But the real goals is no deaths, of course. I won't be too sad if I take a death on Heatman, and the reason for that is, you get a couple energy tanks on the way, which you can use as kind of like a insurance policy. That's definitely not what the greats use, but I kind of need those for Dark Shadows map and Quickman, because Quickman, I'd say out of 10 fights, maybe 3 of them I could beat him with a Snake Man weapon and not need an energy tank. So he's tough. I mean, no doubt about it.
Can I give you a secondary goal based
sure.
on what I just heard you say? If you run your no death like you've done in the past, but no E-tank as well, and I'll get blackout.
I love how that's not gonna it's not gonna happen anyway.
Yeah.
Somehow, but if you don't perform this miraculous feat, we're gonna be completely sober, and there's gonna be no drinks.
You know what?
If you don't do this, we're gonna have to strike the party from Cabin Party. Okay, just I want you to.
If you don't do this, we're gonna drink water and eat salads.
If you do this, I'm gonna eat a bunch of tacos.
But yeah, another goal: have good fights against the Yellow Devil and Quickman. I mean, it's I'm getting better.
Isn't it funny that the hardest part of the run is a Mega Man 2 boss?
Yeah, he's harder in Mega Man 3 than he is in Mega Man 2. So he's just superior, on the different kind of map setting. But you're right.
Ladies and gentlemen, purses have been slung, pearls have been clutched, shots have been fired.
Right, so moving on to strength. So I think my strengths are the refights. It's come a long way. I'm having much better runs on the Snake Man and Hard Man mats. It took a little while. It really is what if you practice a certain, like the Wily stages, dark stages for a week or so, you'll be surprised when you go back to the earlier maps. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm choppy, I'm dying in pits. So, the Darkman stages I spent a lot of time on. It's just kind of, this game seems so long that when you bounce to one section, then you realize, oh man, I better go back to the Wily stages because I haven't played those in
right.
So just you need to get a better training regiment, and then other than that, like I alluded to, just more comfortable at streaming. I've been doing some back-to-back speed runs with people watching, and not getting so, I guess being my worst enemy mentally, dying in those early pits on Sparkman's map, which is embarrassing.
Well, the pressure's only going to be up when you got VGC and me
I
live
can't.
in person heckling you the entire time.
I'm
a little nervous, but I'll do what I can.
You're gonna do just fine. You might even beat your top man PB.
By 40 seconds. No, then the goal time wise, right now I'm sitting at 43, 45. So I think I'm not going to say I can beat 40, but I should at least get 40 and some change. I don't see why not.
I don't know. Well,
I'm looking forward to
it. The time is definitely there. I think you can.
Oh, it's there. I just can't die. I can't imagine what the time would be like if I didn't die and I actually didn't screwball around with the menu. But
well, if you go sub 40, that'll put you in 15th on the leaderboard. So I have faith in you.
I'm on.
Dang,
for those who don't know too, so watch this part right here on Gemini. So if you use an emulator, it's a different looking character. It's a lot different than the Switch. You can actually warp through this part, and it's lots of warps and lots of turbo going on in the speed runs. But this is a little bit different when you're playing on Switch. There's not a bunch of glitches on it. So,
so are you making excuses already for not getting sub 40?
No, I got it. I'm just saying it's different. I'm just letting people know it's a lot different than the emulator for sure.
I can't wait. Yeah. I can't wait to see some of the dripping hottest top man stages. The Yellow Devil. I'm excited.
You're right, Ascension. I just got to not screw up.
So I think it's time to talk about
the elephant in the room.
I think my favorite part of Cabin Party, and it's the Dragon Race. This is what I look forward to, honestly. And we're going to roll some footage so you guys can see what happened last year.
Before you do that, VGC, while it's running, I'm going to go refill my Cristalino tequila because I'm going to need some fire in my belly to discuss this with Wabdown after the video rolls.
Perfect.
We're taking a drink break? Let me go refill.
I'm actually going to give a little introduction to this now that you mention it. So basically what we had is we had a race occur on the Dragon in Mega Man 2.
No. We raced the entirety of Mega Man 2.
Yes, that's right. Actually, do you want to do the intro on this? Because you're much more familiar with it.
Yeah. Look, last year, Cabin Party 1, Wabdown mentioned it earlier. He was going to run Super Metroid, but we had pity on him. He was like, you've played a bunch of Mega Man 2, just race VGB in Mega Man 2. So we did it, and we did each stage counted for a point. And we were like, at the end, we'll see who has the most points, and they'll be declared the winner. And we were all hyped about it. There was a lot of smack talk about it. And Cabin Party 1 comes, and we had the race. And what VGC is about to show you is the outcome of that race and how we got to where we're at for Cabin Party 2. Go ahead, VGC.
Let's roll.
In the year of 2022, two friends decided to debate from their youth. Who was the superior Mega Man 2 player? They would settle it with a random stage order race. Each stage would start at the same time, and a point was awarded for each stage won by a racer. At the end of the race, the player with the most points would be crowned the champion. This is the story of that race between C4VGB and Wabdown. I think I'm pretty good at Mega Man 2, and I'm confident in my skills. I've played it a ton. I don't know, it might be one of those games I played more than any other game in my childhood, so it's sort of like riding a bike.
We played it so much. There's always patterns in these parts. Bosses have a couple different patterns, but you play it as many hours as we have. It becomes kind of second nature. You know every single map, every single block, every enemy, what they're going to do. There were some challenging parts. Overall, it's a pretty kind of a mid-level difficulty game with just a couple highlights that can get you killed.
But I just have the skill and the precision needed to beat a game like Mega Man 2, and I put in the hours on it in preparation for this speed run.
I'm so inspired and encouraged by the BS I heard from another interview that took place earlier. I'm ready to do this.
What I hope to get out of this challenge is sort of validation that I am the best at Mega Man 2. When we were younger, I think if I'm being honest in my assessment of our skill levels, he was probably more the Mega Man guy. Like, he grinded Mega Man, he was very good at it. And now I want to prove that I'm the best.
You know, what really get out of this challenge is that without the turbo controllers, all the gimmicks, just show you that this guy is Mega Man 2. And take the championship as the underdog tomorrow during the speed run. Mark my words. It's gonna be brutal.
And it was brutal, just not in the way that Wabdown predicted. Stage after stage, Robot Master after Robot Master, I put points on the board while Wabdown floundered. It was a path of destruction, of perfection. And then, as I'd already secured an overall victory running up the score 8-0, it happened. I sat waiting as the screen flashed to see who would win Wily 1. Perfection hanging in the balance. A hushed awe came over the live crowd and the millions watching on the Video Game Cabin stream. I lost, but I didn't have time to dwell. Mega Man 2 is a fast-paced game, and I had to beat Wily 2, 3, and the purple hell of Wily 4, something Wabdown proved incapable of doing. He was stuck in that purple hell while I went one-on-one with the alien. I made short work of him as I did all the other bosses, all the other stages, except one. I sat back now with time to think, time to reflect, time to really consider what I had just done and what the whole world had witnessed. The race was over, and I was victorious. But in my mind, it was a Pyrrhic victory. The damage was done. I couldn't believe I lost to someone who used atomic fire instead of the air shooter against Crashman. I couldn't believe I lost to someone who couldn't get up the wall on Wily 2. someone who died on Wily 3, someone who not just died, but died and used to continue not once, not twice, but 5 times before giving up the race. After the event, I fell into a deep depression, and I wasn't myself. Everyone said to me, "Hey, cheer up. You gotta be happy after a win like that and all the fortune and fame that must come with being the best at Mega Man 2. But all the money, all the Hollywood studios wanting the rights to my story, it was all so shallow, so meaningless. It couldn't fill the hole in my soul that the 1 and the 13-1 created. I couldn't cope with the loss, that one perfection-ruining loss. It made no sense to me. It ate at me. I fell further into depression. My mind turned against me. Everywhere I looked, I saw that damn dragon mocking me, laughing at me. It was made worse by the nightmares and the constant waking. Every night, the same dream. I'm on an endless run in the black void of the dragon's den, running, jumping, endlessly for all of time, never able to kill him, never able to defeat Wabdown. Wabdown. And there it was, the solution. I needed to turn and face the dragon, turn and face Wabdown. It's the only way to get back to normal. I've got to get back that victory. I've got to erase the memory of that one by getting back my win. So that's why, Wabdown, I'm challenging you to the Dragon Race. May 4th, 2023, during Cabin Party 2. Me and you, one-on-one, Dragon Race 2. Let's do this.
I'm ready.
Those dreams are haunted. Haunted. Yeah, I gotta say that is an excellent video. Good job. Good job.
So let me just chime in here. Look, there's obviously a tongue-in-cheek production, but the emotion is real. After Cabin Party last year, when absolutely dominated Wabdown, the fact that I lost that one race just ate at me. And the problem was
practice. Yep.
And freaking Wabdown, though, he's a guy, he won't let it go. Like, he could, it just has happened here. He could lose 13 times, but that one win, he'll never let you hear the end of. And it's like,
I'm
dude,
pretty sure that's why you got blackout drunk last time.
Oh my God. It's just, so this means a lot to me. Okay. This is an absolutely ridiculous thing that you hold on to, Wabdown. I've got to get it back. I've got to get this win back.
Hey, don't worry. I'm going to accept the challenge. I mean, last time I crawled out of bed and destroyed you on the Dragon map.
Oh, Jesus.
This time I actually practiced. I mean, I'm sacrificing my Sparkman training, Darkman maps, to play this map. I mean, I'm ready. Can't wait to do the run. You know, we got to figure out what the stakes are, though. We got to make some kind of make this thing high stakes.
That's a Cabin
Dragon
Party 2.
Boogaloo.
Electric Dragon Boogaloo. I love it.
I love it.
We do need some stake. We need to make this. We need to amp this up a little bit. Like, for me, the stakes are already high enough. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like,
no, it's fine. But maybe the stakes are. If I lose, I'll get on. You know, I'll get on the stream and make it a formal apology and admit that that C4 Murder is Mega Man 2.
I can't wait for this. I can't wait.
You might as well pre-record it. Let's be honest.
Let's get that hype reel rolling.
I'm ready.
No, so here's the thing. Okay, you are practicing. Oh God. Nobody wants to.
Nobody want to see that.
No, nobody wants to see that.
We're gonna have to get crotch cam. Crotch cam.
Well, didn't you have that for a while at the VGC? I know you claimed it was a controller cam, but you always held the controller in your lap. So I really knew what was going on there.
That's part of the subscriber membership cam.
Yeah, the tier 3 is the crotch cam.
Yeah, you get emotes and crotch cam.
So
I don't know what's a better deal.
Look, normally anyone would look at this and they'd say, VGB runs Mega Man 2. top 100 runner in the game, he's going to smoke Wab down. And that'd be a fair assessment, and it's probably going to happen. But here's what makes it a little bit spicy. They have, or this will be run on the Switch, the Nintendo Switch, and we'll have them going side by side. I don't play on the Nintendo Switch. And for any of those of you out there that run games, the Switch plays, right, a little bit different on these retro games. But that's what Wabdown plays on. He plays on the Switch all the time.
Home field advantage.
I think he has the home field advantage, despite me being clearly the superior Mega Man 2 player. I'm the challenger here. He won last time. He won this one stage. I'll give it to him. I don't play on the Switch, so maybe the odds are stacked against me. I feel like the underdog here.
I mean,
I've been excited to watch this all year.
Is it possible to do 2 emulators and best of 3 or no? Let's talk about that.
Oh, that's an idea.
That
like
is
a
juicy.
best 2 out of 3, like on Switch, on an emulator, and then like the third, if it goes to a third game, which it won't, there's a coin flip to determine which system it's on.
Ooh. I don't know.
I like it.
Tell us, VGC, what's the logistics there with 2 emulators?
So we can actually set this up however you guys want. We can have it on two switches, 2 emulators. We can do whatever. We can do real hardware too.
SMR, the chat's calling for real hardware here. I know you've got at least one, and you've got a copy of Mega Man 2, but you only have one or actually you have 2 CRTs.
I have 2 CRTs. You always have a backup.
Hoarder.
You always have a backup CRT, as well as backup for every single Nintendo Power Up issue.
I like SMR's idea here. Maybe that's the gimmick. Could we run it on 2? And neither one of us play on the original hardware, so it's kind of an even playing field. I mean, it's really not even with me playing him, but let's be honest. But this is about as even as it gets. 2 is 1 and 1 is none.
Yeah.
Ascension, you're gonna have to explain that one to me, brother. I don't get the 2 is 1 and 1 is none.
If you don't have a backup, you have 0.
Oh my God, that sounds like some army stuff right there. That's Wabdown. You've probably heard that.
Such as some kind of philosophizer.
He must have been a Boy Scout.
Yeah,
that is an army saying.
Yeah, that's what Ascension said. He said it's an army saying. I was like, I knew also from Boy Scouts. Wabdown was about to throw some rank on us here.
He's about to throw down. He's about to throw down. I can see into your mind, Ascension. So
all right, you think this is something we could? We'll figure it out. But okay, but we got to run on the same platform. We got to.
Miss Wabdown with wisdom.
Is it best 2 out of 3? I feel like it should be March Madness NCAA tournament style. It's just one and done. I mean,
okay. Granted, if we're doing both hardware, then I'm totally cool with that. I mean, I just thought it'd be interesting to. I don't want to. We could throw in emulator and Switch in the mix, but if we're doing straight up something we don't play with, let's do it. We do one and done. And
I don't know, because I kind of want to see a best 2 out of 3.
Okay.
What you in the chat?
Okay, hold on.
What do people in the chat
maybe
think?
Ascension, SMR. What do you guys think? Like, is this a one and done NCAA tournament style? You only get one shot at it, or is this a series?
What about a drawing where there's 3 things: there's hardware, there's Switch, there's emulator. We draw it out of a hat, and that's what we got to play with.
Ooh, that's spicy. Okay. Are there 3 different? That would actually be the wildest. Okay, so we got two votes for 2 out of 3. Because apparently Mrs. Wabdown has taken over.
Wabdown has taken over.
Taken over Wabdown's chat, and I love that she keeps adding C4 Franpak on there. Like,
all trips from now on will be C4 Franpak.
Mrs. Wabdown should also create a Twitch account, follow and subscribe.
She will.
There you go. Boost his numbers.
I want
you to boost his numbers.
Okay. Or not.
Look, we got Mrs. Wabdown says it. Ascension says it, SMR says it, and then added I think the thing that really cherry on top rounds this out. We've got 3 different ways we can run this. We got original hardware, we got Switch, and we got the emulator.
Mm-hmm.
I say so, and they all say 2 out of 3. So we'll go best 2 out of 3, and each run is on a different system. Now there may be some downtime, it may be a little wonky for the viewers, but I think we can keep it engaged. But let's add in the layer that Wabdown did, which is we pull the system out of a hat. So we don't know which ones of the 3 we're going to run.
Okay.
So game 1 shows up. It's like we pull out of the hat. It's like, okay, switch is first. And then we throw it to the side. If we need, we will need a game 2, obviously. Game 2, we pull, it's emulator. If we need a game 3, which we won't, it would be the NES, like the original hardware.
Okay.
I love
Like
this
it.
idea. Like I originally went into this thinking it was just a 1v1 one time. But I'm glad we talked this out because this is a much better idea. Like
I like it.
I absolutely love this. This was a great idea from chat and from you guys.
Let's get it done. Get it done.
Awesome.
It also allows you to work out the nerves, right?
What nerves? What are you talking about?
You'll have nerves. Don't worry about that. I mean, this
Wab down is going to be heavily medicated by the time his run.
that is a good point. That's a little troubling.
Yeah, Wab down. You may need to keep cool. Oh yeah, that's true. I will tell you, they're literally on maybe the stakes of the race. You'll have nerves throughout the whole part of Wily 1, but just in general playthrough, you really don't get those nerves till the screen starts auto scrolling because it's the only section that ever auto scrolls in Mega Man 2, and you know what's coming, and it's easy to make the jumps, but there's still that fear of instant death. So I'm with you. You can get some nerves once the dragon comes.
So I think now that we're done with the purse slinging dragon race deal.
I'm excited.
So that, and does anyone else have anything else to say about the dragon race? I'm looking forward to it. It's the highlight of the year, other than of course the anniversary of my wedding to my beautiful wife, Mrs. BGC. Of course.
Good catch,
Mrs. Cabin. But it's up there. It's in my top 5 things that are really really important to me. I'm looking forward to it. Once again, we have the schedule up for the cabin party. This is going to be such a fun event. Really looking forward to having you guys. C4VGB, Wab down. Do you guys have anything else to say before we put a pin in this cabin after dark?
I do, and it's about the race. I'm sorry. There's a reason why it's the main event. And, chat has asked, can we have a slap fight as well to go along with it? Look, we're not going to schedule an official slap fight, but given how the cabin party usually goes, given the emotions, the stakes that are involved, the tension, it could devolve into that because we're all again. That's the beauty of cabin party. We're all live and in person, physically there next to each other, and a slap can literally happen. So
you never know what could happen.
We'll see how it goes. No, look. Moving on, just past the race generally, I'll give you my closeout on this. I'm super excited about this. We joke amongst the 3 of us, like this is our Christmas every year, is the ability, that we do this. We get together, Mrs. Cabin, Mrs. VGB, and Mrs. Wabdown, who's actually in chat right now. Shout out Mrs. Wabdown, aka C4 Franpock. They allow us to do this, right? This is, well, I shouldn't say that. We're men, we do what we want.
They're the stars of the show.
They are the stars. They are the stars of the show. And so it's like Christmas for us. We get together, we do this. Cabin party is going to be a load of fun. It's fun just being there, and we've done this kind of stuff in the past without you all with us, but it'll be even more fun with viewers, chatters along the way. So I encourage everybody, if you got time, I know it's during the work hours on the East Coast, but hey, that hasn't stopped you in the past. And we'd love to have you there. We'd love to have you be party members as well as you are the cabin crew. Wab down, anything you'd like to say?
No. Yeah, we're pumped. I mean, it's, we'll get there, we'll get a lot of practice in, and we'll put on a good show. We all love the retro games. I mean, it's good to go back and revisit those. And a Ninja Gaiden, 2 Mega Mans, and then a race will be a lot of fun. And then, I don't know, are we recording some of our wrestling stuff or the NBA Hang Time? Did we ever decide what we're doing with that? Or is that going to be just a different day?
I think that's still up for discussion.
Okay.
By the way, I'd like to throw a plug in that when you mentioned practicing Wab down for the days when you guys get here, Mrs. Video Game Cabin laughed heartily at the suggestion.
What does that mean?
She knows the state of mind we're usually in when we first get to the cabin.
Yeah.
I'll be focused like a laser. I'll be ready.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be eating so many tacos. It's going to be crazy. Just tacos and water. Tacos and water.
I do want to point out we got a vote for NBA Hang Time as a definite yes. So just so you all know, every year we get together and it's just brutal. The Mega Man 2 race is brutal and there's a lot of heightened emotion in that. But there's also every year been a lot of heightened emotion around NBA Hang Time and WrestleMania 2000. And we weren't planning on doing WrestleMania 2000 or NBA Hang Time on stream, but we may end up having to do it because it is a lot of fun. It's again one of those events where we get back to, trying to create that feeling of, hey, back in the day when you got together physically with your friends and played and you hung out and you created memories and all that sort of stuff and you yelled at each other. Let's be honest.
Yeah, log in to see Stone Cold Steve Austin just destroy 3-on-1. I mean, he's
oh
ready.
my God, shut up. So we'll have to figure it out. There's if there's some interest in it, we'll do it. Maybe it's not at Cabin Party. Maybe it's just a stream while we're down there. We'll figure it out. But it's a lot of fun, and maybe it's something we can share with you guys because we enjoy it so much, and hopefully others will find some entertainment out of it as well. VGC, anything to say on it, and maybe wrap us up?
Yeah, well, Cabin Crew, I really appreciate everyone joining tonight. This was a super fun stream. Obviously, join us for the Cabin Party May the 4th, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We'll be firing it up. We've got a lot of things we've got planned. Also, some fun videos and just some things that are going to be happening that are going to be cool. And join tomorrow from 1 to 3. We're going to be jamming on that Ninja Gaiden, looking for that ninja license. And I think that's all. That's all we got for now.
And the last thing I'll say, sorry, I know that you're wrapping it up, but if you do get that ninja license tomorrow, remember you heard it live here. That means VGC's goal for Cabin Party will be world record in Ninja Gaiden. So you got that to look forward to.
I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Once I figure out that spicy pickle boost, it's mine.
Excellent.
Alrighty, Cabin Crew. It's been super awesome. This has been fantastic. You guys have a wonderful night. And we will catch you later. Night all.
Peace, guys. Appreciate it.
See you, everyone.